Well, you know what? LOL, OMG, WT, FYI, what the, right? FYI, if your emails sound a little bit like this, you may need some netiquette, right? We are joined by
Someone needs some
Sutcliffe.
television etiquette.
No. Stop. I'm allowed. That's fine. LOL. We're joined by the founder of A Web That Works, Sue Sutcliffe. Thank you so much for being with us.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here today.
So, you know what do you think of all these acronyms people are using and you know, these types of emails that people send along to each other? Your thoughts?
Oh, well, I have lots of thoughts on that.
Yeah.
I think as long as it's appropriate, it's wonderful,
Right.
but it really has to be relevant. And a lot of times people forget that at the other end of the line, there's a whole bunch of people listening, and they may not appreciate the humor.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
actually heard a crazy story about some of these in acronyms, like LOL was the perfect one. A very well-known Toronto radio personality said his father wrote a letter to an email to someone who doesn't understand all the acronyms and thought LOL meant lots of love, and it was at the end of a quick letter saying, "I'm sorry for the loss of your mother." LOL.
Oh, MG!
No kidding.
Oh,
No kidding.
my gosh.
Not a joke.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
The thing about etiquette, netiquette is too, I mean, normally when we're talking, I can see that you heard what I said,
Yep.
and that you're okay with it, but
Yes.
with email and social media, you just don't get that reaction,
No.
so you have to be very careful.
Yeah, and the thing is, you don't see people's expressions either, and that's a big thing too. You can capitalize. There's only so much that you know, a capital and a winky face and a colon, semicolon, winky, you know, can go, and you don't know if, you know, when do you cross that line, and are they kidding? Are they not? So when it comes to, let's say, advancing yourself in the business world, if you're an entrepreneur or whatnot, do you recommend people use these types of ways of conduct on Facebook?
To a certain extent, I think people that are trying to do business nowadays need to get up on netiquette. So
That's the problem.
the acronyms, I think you really need to get educated about them. There's lots of places on the web to find out about that stuff. So I think that's important.
Look them up.
But by the same token, you never know who you're communicating with, and
Absolutely true.
you don't know where they are. So if you don't want to take a chance for a misunderstanding with acronyms and stuff.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about something very timely right now when it comes to the holiday season. I told you a quick story about a little bit of an inappropriate Christmas card that I got in an email. And it was all like, Jesus, Jesus, and, you know, bring Jesus back into the season. And I saw that somebody had sent this to a lot of people, and I thought, is that really great etiquette?
You know, they say really social netiquette isn't anything new. They've always said that in mixed company we should not talk about sex, politics, or religion.
Right.
With that said, people have always gone outside the boundaries, and they pay the price for it. A lot of times they know they're paying it. Other times they don't. I'm not going to say what somebody should do for their religion, but you know, everybody's going to take it, and that's really what communication's all about. It's a loop. So if you're trying to communicate, it's because I want you to understand. I want to make an impression on you. So that can be a double-edged sword with email, etc.
Isn't it funny too? Because it seems that a lot of even business stuff that I deal with online through email, the formality of a letter is gone. Is it mean like no one, you know?
Yes
you
and
know,
no, sometimes.
Well, sometimes it depends on what you're doing, but I'm like, if you're communicating to somebody and it's about work or something, you know, with a job you're working on. It's like, it's so one sentence, you know, ... whatever. And I'm guilty too.
It needs to be appropriate.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it really needs to be relevant and appropriate.
Yeah.
So I give a lot of seminars on this to help people figure out how to leverage the internet. And one of the girls in the class, a real powerful new business person, said, you know, people use short forms all the time. You know, is that appropriate? And it's like, well, it depends on who you're communicating with, because for some people, if you're talking to your friends, by all means. I mean, you're texting, you know, go for it.
So
but
true.
when you're communicating with a business person in a business sense, you're really better to err on the side of caution, you know.
So true.
What is the main message that you try to drive home when it comes to these seminars? Like, what do you find is the greatest misconception or the biggest problem that people do have with netiquette?
I think the big thing is it's really a vehicle to an end. Using the net is communication, and it's all about building relationships.
So true.
So it's got to be me and you and me and you. It can't be me and the world, because you're not going to nail everyone every time, which means you might please some people, but you're going to turn other people off. And the worst of it is, we've all done those faux pas and said something in a public environment. And you can a lot of times
not us,
rebound.
by the way.
No, not you. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but I'm speaking for myself only.
Okay, just so you know, Sue. Thanks a lot.
So, but we can rebound. Like, I mean, if you said something in a presentation and somebody you're looking, you scan the room and you think, oh, never thought of it. You can deal with that. But you'll never get that chance if you're doing it with the computer.
Online, it's true. You can't.
No.
You can't gauge the response unless somebody outwardly just, comments on what you had just said. What is a web that works? Tell us about the services that you offer.
A web that works is a one-stop internet marketing shop. So full serve, self-serve. Basically, we help people leverage the internet.
Brilliant.
So everything from domains and hosting to websites and blogs and search engines, and social media is a big thing right now.
Right.
And that's
a lot of people are having a hard time with that still.
Oh, but I'm loving it.
The businesses.
So much potential. Right. Absolutely. Do you know there's over 500 million active users on Facebook alone?
Oh, yeah.
And half of them check in daily.
Oh, yeah.
Half of them. Over 250 million.
I don't know that type of person.
Every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
No, he's checking. No, but he's using it. No, there are some people that really utilize it in a brilliant way, and you can help people do that if they're seeing a gap. In
most definitely.
Yeah.
If it's done properly, you can grow your business real easily just by turning your time into money, and that's really relevant right now because there's so many businesses that are a bit shaken with the recession, etc.
Yeah.
So it gives them a chance to be able to do it on marketing on a shoestring. So.
Netiquette with Sue Sutcliffe.
Thank you so much,
well, you know what? We got to wrap things up. But if you do have any upcoming seminars and whatnot, it is on your website, right?
It most definitely is.
Webthatworks.com. That's on our web link as well. If you click on Daytime Durham, you will see it. Thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, you're welcome. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. We're going to a break. When we come back,
A relaxing flow yoga workout with Maria Carr right after the break.
Thank you.